This is another ghost story. It speaks to the Bergenville House Ghost. The Bergenville House Ghost lives in a very old 1704 pre-revolutionary house in Bergen County, New Jersey. The oldest portion was the right wing, and the central was added late in the 18th century, and the frontal portion was built about 100 years ago. It was reported that the occupant, Mrs. B, one night suddenly awoke with the uncanny feeling that there was someone else in the house besides her husband and herself. She got up and walked toward the corridor, like extension of the enclosed porch running along the back of the house. There she clearly distinguished the figure of a man, seemingly white, with a beard, wearing what she described as something ruffly white. She had the distinct impression that the man belonged to a much earlier period than the present. The light was such that the man was visible for at least 5 minutes before he dissolved before her eyes. She reported having the sensation that the spirit had come to look them over. Ghosts to Mrs. B are something one can discuss intelligently, and since her husband shared this view, they decided to inquire of the former owner about any possible haunting. The former owner reported that their daughter was never able to sleep in the oldest part of the house, as there was too much activity there. One night, Mrs. B was alone, at home, upstairs, when she heard the latched front door open and distinct footsteps up the stairs. She expected to see Mr. B had come home early, but there was no one there. The cat appeared to be noticeably agitated. Mr. B had his doubts about the incident, but they were soon expelled. Mr. B was soon after home by himself, and he distinctly heard the latched front door open and close, as well as hearing footsteps. He looked to the door, and a short, husky man then walked through the closed door, walked into the room, not paying any attention to Mr. B, and then walked into the oldest part of the house through a closed door. It was then that a medium was asked to visit the house, and did so. The medium went into a trance and made contact with a spirit known as Pop, last name Ackerbrunn, the name of the German family that had built the original house. The spirit appeared to be concerned about nearby graves of his family and wanted flowers on the graves. Pop stated that his father-in-law had built an underground passage in which people could hide from Indians and goods were stored. A female spirit then commanded the person of the medium and complained that Indians had taken one of her children. It is believed that the ghosts are still there, but the door banging has stopped now that the spirits have been recognized. The end.